What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of our NBA mock draft presented to you by Between the Line Sports. This is our mock draft 3.0, and we have three more of these going up until the draft. I'm your host, James Ivy Williams, founder and CEO of Between the Line Sports. And today's draft order is presented to you by Tankathon as of March 11th, 2025. We're going to give you the full lottery today, 1 through 14, going in reverse like we've been doing. And so just buckle up for a few new additions. It's an exciting mock draft for us, and really hope you guys enjoy it. But before we jump in, got some big news for you guys. Your boy James Ivy Williams is a newly appointed member of the NBPA Top 100 Selection Committee as a voter. All right, this is a long time coming. I really am excited about this opportunity and look forward to helping shape and mold some of the new young prospects in the United States with the NBPA Top 100 Selection Committee. All right, follow us on all social media at BTL Hoops, at BTL Hoops on Instagram, at BTL Hoops on Twitter/X. I haven't got used to saying X yet, but X is what it is. All right. Also, if you'd like to see our full mock draft 1 through 60, please visit our website, www.btlhoops.org, www.btlhoops.org. While you're here, while you're watching this video, please like, subscribe, comment. It would mean a lot to us. We're still trying to grow these numbers on YouTube as we continue to try to expand our reach. And it would mean a whole lot to us if you just hit that subscribe button. Even if you hate us. Sometimes people watch things to hate them. Sometimes people watch things to love them. Whatever you feel, please do. Without further ado, let's dive right in. With the number 14 pick, we have the Atlanta Hawks via the Sacramento Kings taking Danny Wolf out of Michigan. Okay, Danny Wolf is one of the most interesting prospects in this draft class. He's a 7-foot tall center that handles like a guard. He is in 7-foot pick and roll action at the University of Michigan. He is an elite passer. He can put the ball on the floor. He actually has a little wiggle to his game as well. He can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket, finish around the rim. He can knock down a jumper. I would say he's an elite shooter right now. He's shooting about 35% from the three, if I'm not mistaken. But he has the tools and the skill set to, I think, expand that and increase that. If he can get up to 38% for a career, he's going to be a really versatile and intriguing threat as a 7-foot. I don't even know what you call him. I guess he's a point center is what you call him. He's like a point center, but he puts the ball on the floor. They initiate the offense through Danny Wolf. He passes well, finishes around the rim. Like I said, he actually is really good on the glass, both offensively and defensively. And if he gets a defensive glass, he is pushing the ball. He also likes to advance the ball up. So he has really good guard skills. Doesn't get pushed around on the interior on the defensive end either. He can switch, but I wouldn't say he's an elite switcher laterally going left to right, but he can get out on the perimeter and move his feet. So with the number 14 pick, we have the Sacramento Kings taking Danny Wolf out of Michigan. All right, with the number 13 pick, we have the Dallas Mavericks taking Kaman Malawach from Duke. Center, 7'1", mobile, agile, runs the floor really well, has good hands, finishes around the rim, touch, block shots. He's really good in pick and roll action as a lob threat. Moves his feet well, can switch out on the perimeter, move his feet. But just an overall really mobile and agile big. What I do like about him is there's a little bit more to his game. This is a trend for Duke centers that have the ability to shoot. He can shoot a little bit. I don't think he's shooting. He's maybe taking 1 3 a game right now. So obviously he's not shooting at a high clip. His percentages don't reflect that. But me seeing him prior to entering Duke, I know that he has the skill set to shoot the ball, and I also know that he has the skill set to put the ball on the floor a little bit. So I think his game will expand as he's given more opportunity. But right now, at a floor, runs the floor very well, has really good hands, has really good feet, finishes around the rim, lob threat, block shots, rebounds, cleans the glass. It's all those things that he does right now, and there's still more to his game to expand on. So with the number 13 pick, we have the Dallas Mavericks taking Kaman Malawach from Duke. With the number 12 pick, we have the Houston Rockets via the Phoenix Suns taking Carter Bryant from Arizona. 6'6", 6'7" shooting guard. Carter's my dark horse in the lottery, by the way. I know we had him in the lottery last month, but Carter's my dark horse because his numbers really don't reflect lottery, but it's his skill set for me. He can put the ball on the floor. He guards multiple positions. He cleans the glass, finishes around the rim, has touch. I mean, he looks like a pro, right? And so every year there's a guy that his numbers don't reflect. Carter's my guy this year. And again, it's not that he can't play. He's on an older team with a lot of really good guards. And we know how the NCAA is right now. People are trying to win. They're getting older really fast. So a lot of younger players are not getting opportunity. It kind of reminds you of if you're a basketball novice like I am, the same way they treat young players in Europe now, right? Like you like European like guards, European basketball players, if you're a young guy, you typically don't play that much because all these guys are trying to win cups and trophies. And so young players typically can't offer much to them. Luka was the anomaly in that regard. But overall, if you're a young basketball player in Europe, you're not getting a lot of opportunity to play. And I think that's what we're going to start seeing a lot of now. And Carter was a top 100 player. So this is a little odd, but this is the world we live in right now in basketball. So at the number 12 pick, we have the Houston Rockets taking Carter Bryant from Arizona. At the number 11 pick, we have the Miami Heat taking Dink Pate from the Mexico City Capitans. I hope I'm saying the name right. I think I messed it up last month, but I hope I'm saying the name right. Dink has a lot to offer still, like 6'7", pretty much right now running the show in Mexico City, gets into the lane, has touch, floaters, runners, short pull-ups, gets out in transition, will advance the ball. Can hit shots, but he's not a great shooter. He's, I would say, streaky right now as a shooter, but can hit shots. He had a game this year where I think he hit 6 or 7 threes against Rip City, if I'm not mistaken, in the G League. Also, can defend multiple positions. I think that's going to be the calling card. His ability to guard multiple positions and really impact the game on the defensive end is something that I really think is going to be valuable at the next level to start as his offensive game catches up to his elite athleticism and defensive potential. All right. So at the number 11 pick, we've got the Miami Heat taking Dink Pate. All right. With the number 10 pick, we have the Portland Trailblazers taking Colin Murray Boyles out of South Carolina. All right. He's an undersized power forward, but he has a lot to offer. He's about 6'7", 6'8", can put the ball on the floor, can play back to the basket, can take you out on the perimeter. He's a mismatch nightmare because if you're bigger than him, he's going to take you to the perimeter and put the ball on the floor and create for himself off the dribble. If you're smaller than him, he's going to take you to the block and punish you on the interior, right? Has touch around the rim over both shoulders. Can hit a jumper, can facilitate from the elbow and the mid post, passes really well, can guard a little bit. He does clean the glass. There's a lot of things that I really like about Colin Murray Boyles out of South Carolina. I wish they were having a better season so he could have been showcased a little bit better this year. However, I think if you're a basketball guy like we are here at Between the Line Sports, we know hoopers when we see one, and this guy he's a lottery pick for sure. All right. With the number 10 pick, we've got the Portland Trailblazers taking Colin Murray Boyles. All right, with the number 9 pick, we have the Chicago Bulls taking Kasparas Giannis. I think I said that right. From Illinois, the European guard does a little bit of everything. He plays on ball, he plays off ball, he hits shots, he gets in the lane, finishes with floaters, finishes through contact, can facilitate a little bit as well. I think he's at best when he's in transition and the pace of the game is really fast. Probably how I'm talking right now. But when the pace is sped up, I think that's when he's at his best. I think he does need to get a little bit better in half court sets, facilitating and creating shot opportunities for himself and for his teammates. But overall, a lot to like. Can defend a little bit as well. 6'6", has good size for a combo guard. I would call him a combo guard because he's playing on and off the ball right now. But there's a lot of to like about Kasparas right now. So with the number 9 pick, we have the Chicago Bulls taking Kasparas Giannis from Illinois. With the number 8 pick, we have the San Antonio Spurs taking Nolan Traore out of St. Quentin. I'm butchering names, I know. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. All right. Nolan, I've said this before. I like him. Physically strong, gets out in transition, can hit shots, able to really like pick his spots. He gets to wherever he wants to get to on the court. And I wouldn't say he has this like crazy handle like Kyrie or Darius Garland or anybody like that, but he gets to his spots and he picks people apart. Gets to the elbow when he wants to. He hits mid-range jumpers, hits floaters in the lane, finishes through contact, disrupts passing lanes. He's a really good point of attack defender as well, in my opinion. I think there's a lot. I mean, really good, not great right now, but he's a good point of attack defender right now. We'll mix up on the interior and get a few rebounds here or there. But again, European basketball, playing in France, his season's been up and down with time, with availability and playing time, but that's just kind of to be expected. So what you have to do is go watch what's available and tell me, and be able to see if that stuff translates. And to me, it does. also seen him in person a few times. He was at Nike Hoop Summit last year, which I attended. Also, he attended Basketball Without Borders a few times, which I attended. So I've seen him a few times enough to know I like him. And I think here at the number 8 spot going to San Antonio, we know how they are with French guys, French point guards, in particular Tony Parker historically. So why not? So with the number 8 pick, we've got the San Antonio Spurs taking Nolan Traore. With the number 7 pick, we have the Brooklyn Nets taking VJ Edgecombe from Baylor. VJ is on a very hot streak right now. He's on the rise. I think he started the season pretty slow. Once conference play started, he really picked it up. He's one of those guys. He's an intentional driver. He is going to get to the rim at all costs, right? I think athletically he's elite. He's a 1%er as an athlete. Gets downhill, finishes through contact. In transition, he is a monster. He gets out on that wing, and you better get out of the way if you're not already set up because he will go through you or over you, right? Jump shot is much improved. He's starting to knock down jumpers at a more consistent rate, but overall still a little sporadic. I think that's going to be the thing. If he can become a comparable shooter coupled with his athleticism, and I didn't even mention his defensive prowess yet. VJ guards. VJ really guards, right? So he gets out, he'll guard, on ball, guard, off ball, really good point of attack defender, disrupts passing lanes. He wants to disrupt passing lanes because he wants to get out of transition and get easy layups, which who doesn't want to get easy layups, right? So offensively, there's some stuff to work on, but the athleticism and the ability to get downhill, straight line driver kind of stuff, and then the defensive impact that he makes, I think he's going to be a nice pickup right here for the Brooklyn Nets at the number 7 pick. At the number 6 pick, we have the Philadelphia 76ers taking Trey Johnson from Texas, shooting guard, 6'5", 6'6". Like, oh God, I say this all the time. Every time I talk about Trey, he is a bucket. He really does. Like, he can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot the ball from the perimeter, off the dribble, off the catch, coming off screens, pin downs, gets into the lane, has floaters, has runners, he has touch around the rim. I mean, he is one of the most offensively skilled and gifted players in this draft. Defensively, he actually also he has a good length, so he can disrupt the passing lane. He does fall asleep sometimes, but again, I think most young people do. I think it's one of those things, but I think the defensive versatility that he has and the potential that he has is something to be desired, like really long arms. And here's the caveat too. Here's another caveat. As much as he's a bucket, as much as he has really good defensive versatility, he's a really good passer. He's a really good willing passer. And so that's one of the things I think it's going to be like when he gets to the next level and people are just going to assume that he's a scorer and looking for him to shoot the ball a whole bunch, which he will do if you give him the opportunity to. He will pass the ball to the open person and make the right play, which I like. A lot of scorers don't always make the right play. A lot of scorers have tunnel vision. Trey does not have tunnel vision. He makes the right play, and that's what I like about him. So the ability to score and score in bunches, defensive versatility, and will make the right play as a facilitator. So at the number 6 pick, we have the Philadelphia 76ers taking Trey Johnson from Texas. At the number 5 pick, we have the Toronto Raptors taking Asa Newell out of Georgia. Asa Newell out of Georgia. Another big, mobile, agile forward. Runs the floor very well. Catches everything. Has good feet. Soft hands, soft feet. Finishing around the rim, whether with touch or with force. Really good in pick and roll action as a dynamic roller down the lane or lob threat above the rim. Also, pick and pop action. He can hit a 3. If you sag off, if you drop into the paint, he will knock down a 3. So you need to stay attached to him if he's in pick and roll action or pick and pop action. Also, as a trailer, if he's the inbounder and you're getting back on defense, you better meet him at the top of the key. If you don't, if you have a really good point guard, he will knock down a trail through at the top of the key. So again, runs the floor very well, good hands, good feet, rebounds, cleans the glass, lob threat, pick and pop threat. That is the modern day NBA big, and that is Asa Newell. So with the number 5 pick, the Toronto Raptors take Asa Newell out of Georgia. At the number 4 pick, this is the new addition to our top 5. New addition to our top 5. At the number 4 pick, we have the New Orleans Pelicans taking Derek Queen from Maryland. Again, if you have not seen Derek Queen, please go watch him. He is one of the most skilled and versatile offensive bigs in this draft class. However you want it. I said it last time, somebody pointed out, I said it's 32 flavors, right? Dairy Queen, right? 32 flavors. That's, I don't know. I don't know the quotes. I don't know the slogans. Let me keep going though. Um, he is one of the most skilled and polished offensive players in this draft at his size. Put it on the floor, post work, left shoulder, right shoulder, touch around the rim, finish through contact, step out, hit a mid range, step out, hit a three, right? Facilitate, can pass the ball. Again, he's not, I don't think he has the wiggle that some other guys have, but he can put the ball on the floor. He can play in big to big pick and roll. He can make a pocket pass. He can make a lob. I think he is probably the most skilled big offensive scorer in this draft class by far. I think he is it for me. Like just whatever you think he can't do, he will prove you wrong. Take something away from him, he has a counter. Take something away from that counter, he has another counter. Whatever you want. And so that's why for me, he steadily rise up our board. So now he's in the top five at the number 4 spot. But Dairy Queen, one of the most offensively gifted bigs in this draft by far, in my opinion. And I think it is a steal for the New Orleans Pelicans to pick him up at the number 4 pick. All right, with the number 3 pick, we have the Charlotte Hornets taking Ace Bailey out of Rutgers. Ace dropped 2 spots. I love Ace Bailey. Ace has dropped 2 spots. That is okay. Ace is still maybe the most versatile scorer overall in the draft class, right? He is 6'8", no, 6'9", 6'10". We'll get the measurements true at the combine, by the way. He's about 6'9", is what I'll say. Shoots jumpers. Catch, off the dribble. Mid post, left shoulder, right shoulder. Create off the dribble, between the legs, dunking on people. Like touch around the rim, gets out in transition, can rebound, athletic, guards. He can guard too. And I think that's the thing. Like his defense is steadily improving. But I think it's the mental thing. Once he decides that he's going to guard you, it's going to be a problem because he can move his feet laterally. He has long arms. He has very quick hands. And again, if he's turning you over, oh my God, you need to watch out. So Ace Bailey is going to be a problem wherever he's drafted. Again, he can rise back up to the number 1 spot before the end of the draft cycle is over, right? He can drop. So again, wherever he is, he's going to be a steal. He's going to be a bucket. I think he's a franchise changing player in my opinion. I still think he's a franchise changing player in my opinion. I think as he continues to mature and grow, it'll be more evident as you see it. But with the number 3 pick, we have the Charlotte Hornets taking Ace Bailey out of Rutgers. At the number 2 pick, we have the Utah Jazz taking Dylan Harper from Rutgers. Dylan has moved up. Dylan has been around 3 or 4 in our first few mocks. He is now at number 2. The more I watch Dylan, again, I've been watching Dylan since 9th grade. He just makes steady improvements. And even this year, as the season hasn't been great. Dylan's impact offensively has been evident as a facilitator in pick and roll action, making every correct pass. The big, strong frame, he punishes guards. If he gets his shoulders into you, he's going to score a bucket. I think he understands how to use and maneuver his body to get wherever he wants to on the court, to do whatever he wants to on the court. So again, he hits shots from the 3-point line as well. He hits shots off the catch, hits shots off the dribble. He plays off ball sometimes. So they're playing with 2-point guards. Plays off the ball, comes off pin downs and screens and hits shots. He has range, so he can step out and shoot it with distance, with consistency. Also, like I said, gets into the lane, punishes guards or anybody. If you touch him, he's gonna impact you and hit you first. Finishes through contact, has touch around the rim, has floaters, has runners. Again and again, facilitator. I love Dylan Harper. So with the number 2 pick, we have the Utah Jazz taking Dylan Harper out of Rutgers. And with the number 1 pick, back like he never left, we have Cooper Flagg from Duke being taken by the Washington Wizards, right? Cooper is the ultimate Swiss Army knife. I've said this before. This is my take on Cooper. He does everything. He's a really good passer. He's athletic. He loves to guard. He is knocking down his jumper consistently now. They're wide open. There's a loaded team. That doesn't matter. But he's making them. You can't make them if you don't take them. He's making the shots that he takes. He facilitates very well. He looks to get his teammates involved. But the defensive versatility, the offensive, like just the versatility that he has offensively, where there's hidden jumpers, straight line driving, crashing, slashing to the rim, hitting mid ranges, hitting pull ups, transition stuff is just unreal. But he's aggressive. He's very confident in himself. We like Cooper Flag. I like Cooper Flag. Again, I know people were thinking that I was off of him last year because he dropped down to 2 from 1. I like Cooper. I don't care where he gets drafted. Same way I feel about Dylan and Ace. I don't care where they get drafted. I think they're going to be franchise impacting, changing players in the NBA. I don't say it's going to happen in the first year, but I think over the course of the next 5 years, when you watch them out, they'll be the cream of the crop. But Cooper is the Swiss Army knife for sure. Just does everything. However, like offensively, defensively, he's very versatile across the board. So with the number 1 pick, we have the Washington Wizards taking Cooper Flag from Duke. All right. And with that being said, that is our 1 through 14, a lottery. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Also, while we're here, please subscribe. Please subscribe. All right. Next thing, follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at BTL Hoops. If you want to see the full draft list, 1 through 60, every pick, go to our website, www.btlhoops.org, www.btlhoops.org. All right. And until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Peace.